and we can have a floor. First piece of furniture, baby. Thank you.
I'm so excited.
What's going on, everybody? On today's episode of Cars and Cameras, we are getting started on phase 2 of our new shop build-out. We built the shop and we've started to do small projects in it, but it's time to switch it into high gear by building out a second floor podcast area, office space, hangout up top, and below have our grinding, dirty room.
I'm so glad that's on video.
That came out wrong.
That's going in the archive department.
So here's an amateur sketch of our 40x60 shop. There's our 4-post lift, as it's right there. And our second floor space is going to be kind of what I have drawn right there. So now that's our rough plan, let's take a look at some materials and some of the fun stuff we're going to be using. So on one side of me here, you basically have my life savings. And on the other side is this beautiful 1966 Chevrolet C10 I restored. I had to go out and buy 40 sheets of OSB, 50 sheets, something like that. I don't want to think about how expensive it is, but this is going to be our floor, and we have some 2x10s sitting outside. So I'm going to turn it over to Ike, who's going to talk about the game plan, and we have a whole lot of moving stuff out to do so we can start building.
So first things first, we got to back these cars out of the way because we're going to be building a wall here. The garage door guys are going to be coming some middle day, and hopefully they'll be done with that door so we can get this 4-post lift tucked over in this corner, and then maybe by the end of the day we'll be able to stack a couple of cars in this area.
Sweet.
Yeah.
There's first thing first, man. Gotta move everything.
Yep, let's do it.
Lumber, baby.
Big day.
Big day. I will never financially recover from this. That was $10 worth of damage.
So we got our board up. That's what we're going to attach the floor joist to.
Looks good.
Yeah, of course, I'd like to put some uprights there, but for the time being, it's fine. It'll be all right. Just no real weight. So John has put down this is going to be our wall that we're going to assemble and put up.
Before we get too far into this video, I wanted to share a brand new item we have on our website, Cars-Cameras.com. It's a highly collectible, limited run coaster made out of trees from the Cars and Cameras Grand Prix. So when we rehabbed our racetrack, we cut down a couple of trees and we turned those trees into drink coasters. We're doing a limited run, so go to our website now while we have them. And every single one of them is unique. There are no two the same. Each one of them was made by myself, Charles, or Ike, and each one is serial numbered and signed on the back as well. So if you want to help support us building out our new workshop and you want to get a very limited edition item as well, a piece of Cars and Cameras memorabilia, now is your chance. Go to Cars-Cameras.com, support the channel, get a really, really unique drink coaster as well. So Ike is working on getting some OSB, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the specs of our second floor. We have 2x10 joists, and they're 20 feet long. Our total square footage is about 27 this way and 18 this way. I don't know what that leads out to, but we're going to have a bathroom in that corner and workbenches, grinding stuff. We're going to get a lathe in here, finally. And this is going to be our kind of dirty workspace. We're going to have our welder and our tubing bender outside when we need it for the ceiling space, and a good old fab table as well as our ATV lift from BenPack. So we're going to have a big door opening here so that if we need to shove a car in here or a big project, we can roll it in here and tape everything up and paint it if we want to do that. but I think it's already really shaping up. It's looking fantastic. So we're gonna keep going.
And for everybody wondering, we're planning on taking the rail back to the track sometime soon. Because we did change the gear on it, and the track's closed down for the season before we could get another time on it.
But they're open now.
It's open now, baby.
It's looking fantastic. It's going so quick with that nail gun. I think it's so cool how you can see this top row. Oh, it's awesome, man. Like, with the railing there, you could practically touch whatever project is sitting there. And I think we're gonna have to move the rail to that farther beam. Either that or the rail is gonna be the base of our conference table. I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff out. We still gotta use that rail. It's turning out great so far. As you can see, yeah, the headroom's a little tight, but you know what? We had to stick to a certain budget on this building. I couldn't just go completely crazy. Had to draw the line somewhere. And I think we made the right compromises.
It's not bad.
Yeah, of course it could have been 40 feet bigger in every direction, 10 feet higher, but
Yeah.
would have totally blown the bank and not been about what Cars and Cameras is about.
10 foot higher, we could have had a 3-story.
I know, it would be so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Triple stacker bend pack.
So we're gonna continue this floor once we figure out what we're doing with the door, all the way basically to the bend pack lift. And yeah, it's gonna be so awesome. So we're gonna keep working here, then we're gonna talk about how we're gonna furnish things a little later on. Good morning. It's another day working on the new shop, or the upgrades we're making to it. The electricians are here today, and they're wiring all kinds of plugs for us. We're gonna do plugs near the bottom of our podcasting studio so they're not distracting.
No, they got two of this.
What in tarnation? What? First piece of furniture, baby. Thank you.
It's for right-handed people only, but so what?
I'm right.
So goals for the day include continuing our second floor. A big one is going to be drilling holes into the concrete and putting our lag bolts in so we can finally stack some cars. The electricians are working on getting the other lift operational and installing some outlets. We need to figure out railing. We need to figure out a big door for downstairs. Lots of good stuff. Well, we got our concrete anchors in. They're looking good. Job site Charlie is creating a path so we can drive cars in and out of here. And we're about to stack some cars for the very first time. Okay, we got a car on the lift. I think it's time. We need to figure out how much of a hallway we want right here. So I think we got to put the car up in the air.
Yeah.
And see if we can pull my truck in and still walk around there.
And I know I have some extra studs in this wall. I had a little issue with 16 on center. I got a little off.
You're like 8 on center now.
I mean, it's not going to hurt. It's extra strength.
Exactly.
So, yeah. We're going to put a 2x10 or several 2x10s across this span here, which is going to strengthen the floor there. And we're also going to run some 2x6s all the way down because, you know, we don't have the double header. But, you know, it is what it is.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So let's put a car up and see what we got.
All right.
Charles is gonna do the honors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna have to adjust these, I'm sure, but no big deal. Yeah. It's a little off.
Kind of a musical.
Yeah.
Now, if you sit down, it's going to have those lights on.
Fantastic. Good morning again.
Good morning.
We got out of hand and forgot to film. We got some more stuff done, but we're going to be doing more time-lapsing from here out. So today is probably our last day to work on this project right now. We need to get back to our regular content. But today's goal is to finish this area right here. So the floor is going to extend all the way till about the bend pack lift there. And I'm most excited about this part. So we're going to get some OSB cut out for our outlets. The electricians did a fantastic job. We got a 220 plug here for our welder, It's a nice central location. We have another one right at our 2-post bend pack lift. I think that was Charles's idea. Fantastic idea. We got some 110 plugs here, 110 plugs on the inside. But we're going to get some OSB cut out, put it up here, and then paint it maybe gray or something, a light gray. Bring our red tables out here, and then hang a big metal cutout sign that I made. Where is it? So, I made this on our Langmuir Systems Crossfire Pro plasma table. And it is going to look so cool. I also have Cars and Cameras and Established 2020 to go underneath it, but it'll hang right about there. We'll paint the wall gray, paint this white or black, maybe add some backlighting at some point, and then I have cam lights up top, but that'll be another day. With our red tables, it's going to look fantastic. So that's today's goal. We need to run back to the store and buy some more wood. Let's get this knocked out, guys. We just made a trip to the hardware store, got some OSB, got some paint colors here, and just gonna start building out this wall. So I just finished painting the wall, and I'm not in love with it. And as soon as I sat down, my friend Taylor, who is pretty good at interior design, sent me this picture. He sent me this rendering that he did on his phone, and I thought it looked fantastic. I liked it so much that I pretty much redid what I did again to make it kind of look like that. So this is one wall that's almost done, fellas. So it's got 3 or 4 coats of paint on it, and we got a nice red stripe down here and black at the bottom. I think it looks fantastic. It's not too dark. It's not too light. We chose OSB so that when we're grinding and making messes, it's going to be a lot more durable than sheetrock. And we also cut out this awesome sign with our Langmuir Systems Crossfire Pro plasma table. Charles welded some bolts on the end of it, and it's going to float kind of like right there. It's gonna look so cool. We have so it says Cars and Cameras Grand Prix Established 2020. Yeah, the Grand Prix is still drying in the other shop, but it's gonna go right up here. We might do some LED backlighting too, so it's turning out really good. But the next thing we have to do is build a staircase. So I priced out spiral staircases, and they start at like $1,500. We figure a spiral staircase will probably be the most efficient use of the space, and we're going to put it right around over here. So we're going to be cutting out this right here. We might have to reinforce it. I don't know. I guess the master of all that. But we're going to cut out here, put the spiral staircase right about here. So I priced it out, and they started at $1,500, and you can spend 10 grand on a spiral staircase. But we decided to go to our local metal shop and buy a bunch of 12 gauge. It was 12 gauge.
12 gauge.
12 gauge steel sheets and a big old piece of DOM tubing. The DOM tubing cost us $400, but these steps only cost us $10 a piece in steel. So we should be in this whole staircase, what, $500, $600, $700?
I'll say $800.
$800. So we're saving at least half by building it ourselves. We can put our own personal touches on it too. So that's what's next. All right, guys.
Yep.
So tell me, what are we using for this spiral staircase?
What are we using?
Yeah.
Well, this 3.5 inch triple thick pipe. Tubing.
It's tubing.
Thank you. Thank you. And a bunch of flat metal that we're going to be turning into stairs.
I will never financially recover from this is the tagline of this episode, I think.
I agree with you. So what we have here is we have our, what is it, 3.5 inch in diameter pipe or
The center.
tube, whatever you want to call it.
Support for our spiral staircase.
That's right. And We had to cut it in half for transport, so we have kind of beveled the edges here, and we are fixing to get it welded up. Charles has got this thing set up in a big piece of angle iron and got the ends propped up. So we are going to grab the welder from next door, and we're going to bring it over because now we have electricity. Check this out. We got 220. Oh man.
Had to lock the hubs in to get it over here. Jeez Louise.
All right, first time it's been over to this shop.
I know, this is the first, was it 220 weld we've ever done here.
Yep, and it's going to be a big one too.
Let it rip, dude.
All right, cover.
So we have our tube welded together, and we have it cut to, 14 feet, 4 inches, something like that, which is going to be our ceiling height. That's how we're going to attach it to the beam. We had to measure out, we had to run a lot of math and figure out the degree spacing of all of our steps, as well as the inch spacing, like how much you're traveling up per step, basically. And we landed on just over 10 inches, 10.25 inches per step, which is pretty typical for, well, my spiral staircase that I have inside my house.
And it works.
And it works great. Exactly. So I ground some spots in it, and I marked it with a marker. And now we need to figure out how we're going to mark 30 degrees for every step.
Yeah. So what we have is our digital degree finder from our friends Rogue Fab, and we're going to try to wrap this thing in a rag and shove it in the center of the pipe, and hopefully it'll hold solid, so when we rotate it, it's going to show us 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, etc., etc., and we'll be able to make our marks. So let's see if we can get this thing working. Dude, that thing is solid.
Tight fit, man.
Solid. All right. Go ahead and turn it on.
Sure.
Look at that.
So you gotta find 0, or you can just press 0.
Hit it.
Done.
All of them done?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that was so cool.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Cool.
Tack weld.
I'm gonna just leave this in here for right now, just in case.
I've never been so excited about stairs.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of that.
Yeah, we're getting rid of this.
It looks pretty solid.
It feels pretty solid.
We gotta do the last step,
Yeah.
of course.
But I gotta finish it. I'm up!
Oh man, all right, my turn. All right, here we go. Skipping the first step. Okay. Oh, yep, bonk. Oh, dude,
Watch that last step.
it's pretty nice.
It's not bad.
We got it fastened up there.
Yep.
With bolts and just a little extra.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. Really, this thing should hold with just the 4 bolts on the concrete.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more sturdy with the piece up top. Careful with that last step.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to have a railing all the way up here. So we're gonna have railing all the way up, and I guess it'll have to join up with the regular railing.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty darn cool, man.
it's not bad.
It feels pretty solid.
Yeah, it definitely feels as solid, if not more solid, than
The one in my house, yeah.
Well, we just hung our sign, Cars and Cameras Grand Prix established 2020. We decided to go with 2020. It's because that's when we moved to this location and we established the Grand Prix as you know it today. I think it looks fantastic. And this is pretty much where we're calling it on this episode. We got a ton done. We built the whole room. We cut out a sign. We built a staircase. Look, we even have railing upstairs. So,
get it, rail, rail.
we still have a ton to do. I want to put in some can lightings there, some can lights up there. It would be really cool to do some LED strip lights to showcase our builds a little better. And yeah, and then there's the whole upstairs to do as well. And in here, there's still a lot to do in here. We need to build a little bathroom, hang some lights. The electricians need to come back, but it's turning out great. So be sure to leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the build out of the new workshop. I really had a lot of fun because we're able to use our creativity and wild ideas on like carpentry projects and not just like building vehicles. It was kind of cool. So if you want to see more of it, again, be sure to hit that thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any ideas for us on the build out. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to help support our future builds, go to our website, cars-cameras.com, and pick up some merch. We'll catch you next time. Today is Charles's birthday, so...
Live action.
Live action, baby! Happy birthday, bud.
Thank you.
Brought some silly string in.